Ladies and gents, welcome to CG Reaction, and this is American versus British English 50 differences by the channel Mike Still. Yeah, I bet there's going to be a lot of differences because weirdly American and British English varies a lot every word. Even though Americans basically came from Britain, their language evolved a lot. But every time I think of them, this is how they pronounce, this is how the other people pronounce, but there must be a proper definition, like this is actually English. I don't care how you evolved, I don't care how you change things, because it's not just about Americas. Even in Britain, people, changes words for different things, over the years. So there should be some, in dictionary there should be some words like this word means this word means this. I don't care if you call this, the real English supposed to be like this. I don't know if there's a thing like that or not, but yeah, people evolve words a lot. People use different words for different things. So yeah, I think in India, most English that people speak in lots of different places like banks and things. I think that's going to be British English, since obviously India was a British colony. So, but I don't know. There might be some American one there too. I'm pretty sure most of them is going to be British. But yeah, we'll see. Remember, people, if you like my reaction, don't forget like and subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cast for the playlist. Check out the end cards. And yeah, let's watch this one.
50 things, okay? 50 different things. I just want you to tell me what you see, how you call this thing that you're looking at, okay? Starting with this one. What do you see?
A purse.
It's a handbag, I would say.
Whoa. We call purse in India. So that's weird. From the start, it's it's American language in here, but I'm bet after all 50, majority is going to be British language that we speak here. But yeah, some of them is going to be American too.
What's in her hand, the green thing?
A wallet.
That actually is a purse because it carries her money. This
I think we call it wallet too. Yeah.
girl has some hair on her forehead. What do you call that?
Bangs.
Bangs. Fringe. Call it a fringe.
Yeah, fringe. We call it fringe.
What's in the corner of the room?
A teddy bear.
What's the teddy bear in?
A crib.
A cot. What's the baby
No, we call it crib too.
wearing?
The baby's wearing a diaper.
We call that a nappy.
We call it diaper. Damn, there are lots of American English here in India apparently.
Where are these children?
In a nursery.
Yeah, what's another name for it?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. We don't say kindergarten, we say preschool or playgroup, something like that.
We say it both. Usually it's kindergarten, most time, but it's preschool. Somebody said that, but it's mostly, yeah, it's still American apparently.
What's this?
Bar of soap.
Look closer.
An eraser.
Yeah, we'd call that a rubber. Rubber, why is that funny? A rubber?
Yeah, finally. It's an eraser, but most of the people say rubber. Some people are starting to call it an eraser nowadays because I guess, pop culture, most of American things is shown around the world. Everybody watches, so people adapt apparently. But, I think most people call it rubber.
What does a rubber mean to you?
Condom.
So this is a school and there are boys and girls in the class. So how would you describe what kind of school this is?
Co-ed.
We would just say mixed. It's like a mixed school. This teacher, she's having a class and she wants to check that all the students are there. So she's going to do what?
Take attendance.
We would say she's taking the register. Do you
Yeah, we call it attendance too.
say taking the register?
No.
Okay. What's that?
Band-aid.
Plaster.
Band-aid.
What's she got on her face?
A zit.
Or
A pimple.
we say spot, a spot, or we say spots, like
We call it pimple too. Acne, pimple, whatever. That's some medical term, I think. That's why we call it here. Yeah, most of the English so far I've seen, most of them are American that we speak here in India. So that is weird. I thought it would be mostly British. But then again, British English evolve a lot. And even in the Britain, different areas says different things. So I don't know. Same thing could have different words in different area of Britain.
in England we say, oh, I've got a spot, or I've got some spots.
I'd say, oh, I have a pimple or I have a zit.
These people are graduating from
College.
College.
university.
Both.
Okay, so
Okay. University, I don't know if there's some distinction. Like there are local, there are just colleges. If something is big and has a, a proper certificate for a university, it's a university. So it's a different degree wise, I guess.
So you've left university now, you get a job, and you ask your boss for more money each month. What would you call that?
A raise.
A raise. We would say a pay rise.
I don't think they specifically here we say it's raise. We say raise too.
Extra bonus marks to anyone in the comments who can tell me what Steuern means. These people are on holiday. What are they? What's the name that you could give to these people?
Vacationers.
Vacationers. Yeah, we would say holiday makers. What's this girl?
Holiday makers. That's feel like a title. People on vacation. I don't know.
Hang on.
A floaty.
A lilo. What are these boys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Having drinks.
I think one of them might be about to get married.
Bachelor party.
Yeah, we would say stag do.
Yeah, bachelor party.
And the girls?
Bachelorette party.
Bachelorette party. We would say hen do. One place these girls might go on their hen do is to this place. What's it called?
Tenerife.
Tenerife. I get it. There is whenever there is e in the end, Americans usually, say Faye or something like that. Tenerife. I think British is gonna call Tenerife, but I don't know. We'll see.
Tenerife. Yeah, that's how the Spanish and Walter White says it.
Tenerife? Is anybody heard of Tenerife?
But in the UK, in England, we just say Tenerife.
Tenerife. Okay. Tenerife makes more of a sense. E gets silent. That's proper English. Tenerife is it's other language pronunciation is getting in. So yeah.
So the hens went to Tenerife. What if the stags went to this place? This is a Russian city. I think it's the capital.
Moscow.
Moscow. See, Americans say Moscow. We say Moscow.
Well, you'd say cow. C-O-W, cow.
Moscow. I don't know. Both it just feels like however you pronounce it. I think proper Russian name I've heard in a movie or something. It's called Moskva or something like that. They say it in the Russian. I guess this is a Russian city. It's a Russian name. So Moskva, it is the real thing, I guess. Not Moscow, Moscow, whatever.
Why would it be in Moscow?
Get out.
Get out.
The main account that you have your salary paid into each month, what do you call it?
Current account.
We say current account. This man is
For
wearing
something
a
fine.
Vest.
waistcoat. This
No
is
vest.
what we call a vest. What do you call this?
An undershirt.
An undershirt.
Undershirt.
What's this?
A couch.
Yeah, I sometimes sit on that in my vest. We call that a settee.
We call it a sofa, I guess. I don't know. So yes, most of them so far I've seen that in India people speak American language that is weird. I thought it would be British, but some of them are still British, like core thing, yeah. But most of them so far is an American English that is being used in India, which is weird, man.
What's this girl getting?
Shots.
Shots? She's far too young for that. She's getting a jab. Might be her meningitis jab or a
She's getting a shot, so she's getting a jabs. We call it she's getting an injection because it's an injection. So she's getting an injection.
tetanus jab or a MMR jab, measles, mumps, rubella. We don't say shots. These are shots. What's this guy doing?
A pumpkin.
Vomiting.
What's he doing?
Oh,
Vomiting.
throwing up.
Or, and do you have another word for it? I've heard this word on The Simpsons.
Barfing?
Barf. Anything else? Throwing up barf, yeah. We say chunder. Do you say chunder?
We do not say China.
Well, British says Chanda. I'm pretty sure it's vomiting, isn't it? I feel like this just depends on where you're from, even in the UK, I guess. Because proper English is vomiting. It comes from the Roman word, vomitarium or something, whatever. You're supposed to, I don't know, something. You're supposed to expel things out. So vomiting.
Thunder.
And then I just thundered everywhere.
What kind of store is this?
A liquor store.
A liquor store. We would just call that an off license or a alcohol shop. What's happening to McLovin here?
He's getting carded.
Carded. Does that mean you're asked to show your card?
Yes.
Okay, we say ID'd. You say carded. We
ID makes more of a sense. Carded seems a bit weird. I don't know why. He's getting carded. So it's like, oh, what's happening to him? I did makes more sense. Yeah, I did. We here call it I did too.
Say carded.
ID'd.
Hello, Mindy.
If you've seen the film, you will know that he does successfully get sold alcohol, and then shortly after, the shop gets raided, and some guy comes in, punches him in the face, and tries to take money from the...
Cash register.
This is a till.
Cash register.
What do you have stamped on the bottom of a beer can or a Coke?
In here, I don't think there's a word. It's just, I don't know, money drawer or something. Who the fuck knows?
Can?
Expiration date.
What does the BB stand for?
Best Buy.
Best Buy. We would say best before.
Yeah.
What's this?
We also call it best before. Best before 6 months, this and that. At least something's British here.
Paper towel.
Kitchen roll.
Isn't that toilet paper? Don't they call toilet paper? I don't know.
A place to buy these things.
A drugstore.
Drugstore. We don't have drugstores, we have pharmacies or chemist. For example,
Alright, chemist doesn't make sense because there are no people inside with chemical equipments like beakers and things mixing different type of chemicals like hydrogen and things like that, making something that is not medically related. Pharmacy makes sense, drugstore makes sense. In here we just call it medical store or something like that because everything inside is medical related. But yeah, nowadays people have started to use, obviously, like, you know, age of internet, everybody's connected everywhere, so people evolve their word. Nowadays you could also hear pharmacy, you can even hear chemist, which is weird to me. I don't think anybody calls it drugstore here, but yeah, mostly it's medical store.
Boots is a chemist or saydaliya in Arabic. What is this?
Sandwich.
A Subway.
It's long and thin and kind of circular. Do you have a special name for that?
Oh, a hoagie.
Hoagie. Do you really call them hoagies? We just call it a baguette.
That's a hoagie.
That's a hoagie. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there is anything local like this in India. Only thing like this is getting sold here is Subway, so we just call it a Subway sandwich.
What's going on here?
It's being broiled.
Broiled. B-R-O-I-L-E-D. What does that mean? We say grilled.
Yeah,
It's
grill.
because
This is
it's
a
being
grill.
cooked on the top. So
Do you call this bit at the top the red
broiler.
bit? Do you call it a broiler?
a broiler.
I think grill is about right word, right? I mean, you're grilling, so I don't know. Broil, I guess that's the word from there. I don't know which is right word here, but I'm pretty sure grill is the oldest used word for this. I don't know.
We just call that a grill. What are these hanging?
Drapes.
Curtains.
Curtains, yeah.
What's this?
A subway.
This is an underground or a tube. Certainly in London it would be called a tube. Europe it could be metro, but we don't.
I'm not gonna lie, calling it a tube feels weird. It's not a tube. There's something inside the tube that is moving. Underground train makes sense. Tube train makes sense too. Metro, sure. Underground subway, but yeah. We call it metro here. I mean, this is a new thing in Delhi and different places. This is a new thing that is getting introduced and we call it metro.
Don't really use the term subway, certainly not in the UK. Okay, so here's a question. This snow is falling, but it's too warm for the snow to stay on the road when it hits. So we could say the snow isn't...
Sticking.
Yeah, it's not sticking. We say it's not settling. So if it snows, but it doesn't stay, it doesn't settle. What's this?
Yeah, that's a foreign subject to me. I mean, it's not that India doesn't have places where it snows. Obviously it does. But I'm not living in one of those places, so I don't know what the fuck you call about all that.
A bus.
We call that a coach. This guy...
About that. There are so many buses here. You know, there are small buses, big buses. If there's small city buses, we just call it all of them as a general term bus. But if it's a big bus, you know, proper AC big bus that, you know, you take it from long travels, we call it coach. So, I don't know.
has bought a plane ticket. It's going to take him there and back. What do you call this
Return.
plane ticket?
A round trip.
We'd call it a return.
There you go.
What is missing? Enter your something code and press enter. This is at the gas station or the petrol station, as we would say.
Your zip code.
We'd call it a postcode.
What the fuck? I think we call it zip code here. I don't think we call it postcode. Yeah, zip code. Pin code zip. Yeah, I think it's zip code.
What's the punctuation at the end of this sentence?
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation mark.
Aha.
What's this?
Question mark.
Question mark.
Oh shit, do you call it the same thing? Do we? What's this?
Quotation mark.
Quotation mark.
We'd say inverted commas. What's this?
Colon.
Colon. We say colon. So that's like a pronunciation thing. Colon,
I don't think anybody says colon here because it's such an emphasis on the word colon. It's just smoother to say, I guess. That's why.
colon, right? But you still spell it O-N at the end.
Yeah.
Not one of those. What's this?
Windshield.
Windshield. Yeah, we say windscreen. So this
I don't know, what the fuck do we call that? I'm a really car guy. I mean, in just past 10 years, I owned lots of cars and sold it, bought another one. And I can't believe I can't even think of what we call it. We call it windscreen, windshield. I think we call it windshield. I'm not so sure about that. Windscreen. No, I think we call it windshield, right? Yeah, windshield.
This is a car, and the headlights are on. They're on their highest setting. So what do you call
High
them?
beam.
High beam.
High beam. We say full beam.
No, high
What's
beam.
this?
Chocolate.
No, actually,
That's-
it's not chocolate. Try again.
Debris.
We say
Debris.
debris. What would you?
Yeah, we call it debris too. Yeah, we call it. We don't call it debris. We call it debris.
Call the takeaway that you get from the place which is called China.
Chinese food.
Yeah, but what's it called?
Chinese food.
Chinese or Chinese?
Chinese.
Which syllable do you put the emphasis on? The Chinese
I
or the
don't
Chinese?
remember.
Please answer in the comments because I'm really curious
Why does it matter? It's just different pronunciation. It depends on your tongue, I guess, how you pronounce things. But yeah, Chinese food.
about this, and apparently we can't come to a conclusion here. What's this?
A dumpster.
Skip. What
Dustbin, I don't
road
know.
are these people driving on?
Highway.
Motorway. Who are these guys?
The car.
In America, you call it highway. Interstate highway. Yeah, you call it highway too, right? In here, we also call it highway. I think whenever it's car related, it's going to be American because, yeah, obviously cars were invented by Germans. But then again, it was mainstream by Americans, by Ford. I mean, half of the car in the world at one time was all Fords. So I guess, American influence spreads. So, highways. That's what I call it. Anything car related is going to be American here.
Please.
All
What's
these.
this little fella?
A ladybug.
Ladybird.
We don't give a fuck. Yes, so lots of them are American, some of them are British too, but surprisingly lots of American. That surprised me. I thought it was going to be like 4 or 5 words that we use here that's going to be American, but mostly it's going to be British since we were a British colony. But no, it's split. That just shows you like this internet age, people, basically get exposed to lots of things that I guess culture and languages change. So yeah, that was great. Alright people, if you like my reaction to food, like and subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cast over the playlist. Check out the end cards. And yeah, I'll see you next time.